Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some Chapter 9 review. Please get out this Chapter 9 pre-assessment, and we're going to work through it together. Please don't just write down what I write. I want you to be thinking about why we did it the way we did, okay? All right, here we go. Compare the fractions, right? Less than, greater than, or equal to. Okay, so we have 2/3 is what to 1/3? Well, first, what did I tell you to always look at? Yes, the denominator. The denominator is the same, so all you have to do is look at the numerator. If I have 2/3 and you only have one of the thirds, who's going to have more? I am. I've got 2 of the thirds, so it's going to be greater than. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's look over here. I have a 2 and I have a 4. The denominators are different, and then the numerators are different. So we can do one of two things. First, we can cross multiply, can't we? 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Oh, goodness, it's the same. So we can say that this is equal. Another way to do it is to look at 1/2 and 2/4. We are good, and we know just by looking at it that these are going to be equivalent because 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. They both equal 1/2. All right, let's go to the next one. 5/8, 5/5. The denominators are different, but hey, the numerators are the same. So all you have to do is look at the fractions. Look at the pieces, 1/8 and 1/5. Well, I know 1/8 is smaller because it's going to be cut up into more pieces than if it was cut up into 5 pieces. 8 pieces was going to be smaller than if you had cut it up into 5 pieces. So 5/8 is going to be less than 5/5. And that makes sense because 5/5 equals 1, and this is going to be less than 1. All right, here we go. 0/3 is what to 0/6? Well, look, they're both 0. Okay, that's going to be equal. It doesn't matter how many pieces. If you don't have any of them, it's going to be the same. Okay? All right. You're always going to start at 0. It doesn't matter how many pieces you cut it in. It's always going to be at 0. All right. So we have 1/4, 0/4, and 4/4. We're going to do it from greatest to least. Don't forget to look at the instructions because they'll switch it up on you. So the biggest one, I know, they all have the same denominator. So I know that 4/4 is larger. Then it's 1/4. Then it's 0/4. Okay, we went from the largest one to the smallest one because that's what it asked. Now write the fractions in order from least to greatest. We have to find the smallest one. Different denominators, but the same numerator. And this is nice because they're all unit fractions. So we have to look. Okay, now if I cut it at a whole, if I cut it up into 5 pieces, if I cut it up into 2 pieces, and if I cut it up into 8 pieces, the pieces are going to be a lot smaller when it's 1/8. Okay, now if I have it cut it up into 5 pieces or 2 pieces, the 5 pieces are going to be smaller, and then it's going to be 1/2. Okay, we should be able to understand that by now. Oh, darn it. I hope you saw that. Okay, I hope you saw that. Okay, the 8 is cut up into more pieces. This one is cut up into more pieces. You have a rectangle and you cut it up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. that's going to be a lot smaller. Those pieces are going to be a lot smaller than if you only cut it up into 2 pieces. Okay? All right, here we go. Let's go on. I'll make sure the paper gets on here next time. Okay. Use a model to write an equivalent fraction. Equivalent. Equal. It's got the equal in it. E-Q-U-A-L. Equivalent. Okay. Now we have 2/3. So if we pretend that this line isn't even here and we have 1, 2, 3, how many of those thirds are shaded? 1, 2. 2 out of those 3 parts are shaded. Well, since this is here, how many parts are there now? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of how many? 6. Okay. Now, can I show you something? If I have 2/3, to find an equivalent fraction, if you multiply the same number by the numerator as the denominator, you will get an equivalent fraction. So 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 2, 6. Okay, you can do that with division, going backwards also. All right, 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 parts out of 4 that's shaded. Well, look, it's the same parts that are shaded here, but it's broken up. All it is broken up into more pieces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces out of 8. Okay, so let's check that. If we do 3 times 2 and 4 times 2, because whatever you do to the numerator, you have to do to the denominator to find an equivalent fraction. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. It works. All right, here we go. Brandon ate 3/4 of his birthday cake. His sister ate a smaller fraction of her birthday cake. Write a fraction that could tell how much cake Brandon's sisters ate. So if we ate 3/4, what is a smaller fraction? You could do 2/4. You could do 1/4. Okay, you could say 1/2. I don't care. Okay? All right. Go to the next page. Well, if I can find it, here it is. Okay, turn it over. Kate made cookies with 1/2 cup of chocolate chips and 1/4 cup of walnuts. Which statement correctly compares the fraction? Correctly compares. So you have 1/2 and 1/4. Now think about that. Think about the size of those pieces. Is 1/4 greater or 1/2 greater than 1/4? Possibility. Is 1/4 greater than 1/2? Oh, no, that's not it. 1/2 is equal to 1/4? No, that's not it. So our answer is, our possibility is our answer. And you can check that. Draw pictures if you need to. You break it up into parts. Okay, you can see that 1/4 is a lot smaller than 1/2. Okay, write a fraction that is equivalent to 4/4. Well, tell me about this. What does this equal? What does 4/4 equal? Yep, 1. So as long as you have your numerator that's the same as your denominator, you've got an equivalent fraction. You could say 50/50ths. I don't care. You could say 6/6. You could do 3/3. I don't care. As long as your numerator is the same as your denominator, you're going to have an equivalent fraction. It's all going to equal 1. Okay, same here. Write a fraction that is equivalent to 0/6. Well, same thing. As long as you have a 0 in your numerator, it's all starting in the same place. If you have a number line and you have 0/2, and this is 1/2, and this is 2/2, which is 2, and then you have 0/6, and you have, there you go. And then you have 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6. Okay, look, it doesn't matter. It's all going to start at that same tick mark on that number line. So you can say 0 halves. I don't care. 0 hundredths. I don't care. Okay, as long as you have a 0 in that numerator. Okay, write a fraction that is less than 3/4. Draw a picture to justify your answer. So first off, I'm going to do 3/4. Okay, and I'm going to color 3 of the fourths. Okay, now I'm going to draw another one that's the exact same size. In Mrs. Keith's world, that's the exact same size. And then I am just going to do the same thing, except I'm only going to do 2/4. And I'm going to say 2/4. You can do 1/4. You can do 0/4. But you have to have a fraction that is less. Make sure you are looking at the question. Okay, next one. Name a fraction that is greater than 1/4. Draw a picture to justify. Same difference. So I'm going to make my rectangle. You can make a circle. I don't care. I'm going to make fourths, and I'm going to draw one of those fourths. I'm going to make a rectangle that is the same, or you can draw a circle that's the same. I don't care. Whatever your first one is, make the same picture. You have to base it on the same size hole. And I'm cutting it up into fourths, and I'm going to say 3 of those fourths. So I'm going to say 1/4 is less than 3/4. 3/4 is greater than 1/4. Okay? All right. Now, what I want you to do, are you listening? This paper here, okay? Compare chapter 9 test, comparing fractions. I want you to do this on your own, and I want you to bring it whenever you come to school, whether it be Friday or whether it's next Monday, whenever we come back to school next. This is your homework that's going to be turned in. It's going to be a grade, okay? So make sure you get this done. Okay. If you have any questions, just text me or send me a message on Canvas. Okay, bye.